separation of mass from expansion of matter. Mass is the antagonism and imbalance between substance, matter, mater, mother, light. Mass is causing density or volume, which means how much space it takes up. The illusion of mass, such as atoms, their size, and how they are arranged, determine the density, the disunion of substance, prima materia, light. Relating to biology or living organism, the physical instrument, the levels of biological organization range from a simple cell to a massive sphere. The first, organelles, second, atomic level, third, molecular level, fourth, cellular level, fifth, tissue level, sixth, organ level, seventh, organ system level, eighth, organismic level, which is the individual level, nine, population level, or the mass, where interactions proceeds, or the outer. 10, community level, the communion with inner. 11, ecosystem level, where biotic communion and abiotic environment together form the ecosystem. 12 and 13 are the same. Biosphere level, the all, the ALL, the AWE, system interacting through population, community, and ecosystem. The biotic results from the living experience, especially in one's ecological relationship, consciousness. The abiotic is physical rather than biological, not derived from the living organism. The chemical reaction, the reproduction, such as sunlight, air, precipitation, minerals, and soil. The biosphere has the highest level of organization, termed nature.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart plus free delivery. Because cooking food is a lot more fun than shopping for it.
These organizations levels are at individual and higher level organization. This is under the auspices of Kamala, the 1,000-petaled lotus, who represents ecological hierarchy. There are 7 classes of biology: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. Under the dominion of Amala, the 9th state of consciousness, she projects from the ecosystem, the landscape, and harmonizes with Kamala, the biosphere levels. Amala and Kamala are highly organized and structured from a scale from small, quantum, to large, infinite. The atom is the smallest and most fundamental unit, mass. Matter consists of the electron, Atoms are the result of chemical structures held together by a chemical bond, macromolecules, and polymerizations. A polymer is a large molecule made by combining smaller units called monomers, which are simpler than macromolecules. An example of a macromolecule is deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, which contains the instructions for the structure and functioning of the living organism, the architecture. In light of this anthropology, one's dignity is fulfilled by reaching sublime exaltation. In other words, bliss, the state of supreme happiness. As one moves through the being alive experience, one is on a dynamic journey of unfoldment. One experiences the journey to truth gradually. The dynamism of holiness is revealed when the fullness materializes the supreme blessedness. This gradual growth generally involves transcendence of stages of development. The purgative stage, the illuminative stage, and the unitive stage. This purgative stage is where one experiences the initial
Slack has saved me a ton of time. I used to chase down certain people or figure out.
This purgative stage is where one experiences the initial conversion of consciousness within the enlightenment of solar consciousness. The illuminative stage involves the state of restoration. Here, all that was air-based in consciousness goes through a reinstallation of sorts, demonstrating a high degree of oneness as the reflection of wholeness, holiness, the unitive stage. In each of these stages, the soul director is necessary to sustain one's growth in wholeness. In the purgative stage, the mass consciousness gives way to the soul director, the source of motivation, whose guidance leads one from the illusion toward virtue. In the illuminative stage, the soul director is the hand carrying one through the being alive experience. The unitive stage allows the soul director to sustain growth and the nuances of material bonding. The soul director is the indispensable gift of a fruitful interaction through art and skill supervision. The liberation of the material one sees all around is about the emergence of complexity in the realm of the lower senses, nature, culture, and technology. This emergence occurs when oneness, the complex entity, has properties or behaviors consistent with truth or superconsciousness. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Wholeness is the ultimate reality, while Oneness mirrors her as a supreme reality. In biology, one learned that nature has a hierarchy, running from large systems to the much larger, running from small systems to the much larger. In total, there are 13 levels in the biological hierarchy, ranging from Ming. I like to use Ming instead of life, since ego makes it a person sentence. So Ming herself in complexity that does not exist at lower levels.
If you're using Old Spice's whole body deal spray, you need to watch this video.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart plus free delivery. So you can over-deliver. Because when you're saving time...
Woman's body undergoes a natural rite of passage linked to soul growth. Woman's biology, matter, is being taught through one's physical biology or nature. In overstanding truth, biology is defined as the entanglement with the prima materia. So it is defined as that aspect which is not engaged, yet is a larger field of participation beyond the physical nature. One's experience of the soul level is unique, one of a kind. The oneness experience of soul is far beyond the beginning initiatory path. Oneness follows patterns solely determined by biology and or the individual's response to biology. Or not. There are impressions that determine woman's biology that brings one into participation with the mystery of truth. Woman's biology thrust her into the process of expanding the boundary and challenges. The ego, the world, actually tries to mimic this engagement by putting the biological survival on the line, much in the same way woman is required to do in bringing forth truth. As a system, woman is required to go through the exchanges of mortality to immortality, the transformation on a biological level, facing the demise of one's false concepts by controlling the implications the demise of the illusory self implies at the soul level. Woman engaged in this dance realizes the presence. The physical instrument is constantly augmenting in order to meet soul. Due to biology, mass, woman is forced to go beyond the identification with the personal self, the ego, the world. She has released all resistance, even though biology is demanding attention. This is due to receiving miseducation. Woman's consciousness is constantly engaged in a process that asks one to prepare for the expansion of how one is defined in the moment. Expansion is the requirement, and examination is how one understands functioning within oneness. The ego tries to continue its operation of there is someone or even something other than truth. One's primary focus is understanding woman's affection for the greater and the need for the course one is required to walk. In the larger field of truth, woman has the opportunity to engage with the mystery in a new way. Non-locality. The mystery is the expansion and flourishing that allows one to develop one to the original ideal. Woman is grateful for seeing how nature of the physical instrument is providing invaluable opportunities to move beyond the definitions of the ego, the world. Without this movement beyond limited consciousness, the ego could not move into the expanse of definition and removal of the senses of self, the mental. This application is required as one participates in understanding the mystery of one's relationship with holiness with a truly unique perspective, consciousness coming from within, experienced as being alive.